a call President Obama answered this week as he dispatched 3,000 U.S. troops to Western Africa to try and stem the deadly Ebola outbreak.
Well, speaking of Ebola, it's unfortunate, but a French aid worker from the medical charity Médecins Sans Frontières has contracted the virus in Liberia. Although the woman is the first Western MSF worker to have caught the disease, unfortunately, several African MSF colleagues might be affected in the process. No further details were given concerning the woman involved, other than saying that she's been placed in isolation after showing symptoms. This comes a day after the World Bank announced that the epidemic is threatening economic disaster across West Africa. The virus has killed well over 2,400 people in West Africa, and it's the largest ever outbreak. While Ukraine is seeking military assistance from the United States to fight pro-Russian separatists in the country's eastern region, the Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko made an address to a joint session of Congress today, saying ill-equipped young Ukrainian servicemen are fighting a war for the free world against Russian aggression. And he accused Russia of being motivated by an imperial mindset and nostalgia for the Soviet Union in its annexation of Crimea in March, and by supporting the separatists in eastern Ukraine. He also called on the United States to give Ukraine a special security guarantee against Russian aggression. The U.S. has condemned Russia's actions in the country. Now, so far, more than 3,000 people have died in fighting between the Ukrainian government forces and pro-Russian rebels in the eastern Donetsk and Luhansk regions since April this year.
It was a triumphant moment for the new president on Tuesday when his parliament, linked by video to the European Parliament, ratified an association agreement guaranteeing closer ties to the European Union. That's what February's Ukrainian revolution had been all about. But even that moment involved some compromise. With the Russian-backed separatist movement in control of parts of eastern Ukraine, Mr. Poroshenko agreed to delay implementation of the free trade part of the EU agreement to placate Russian concerns. And he got the parliament to approve temporary expanded powers in the east, although the move has not satisfied the separatists who want independence. On Kiev's Independence Square, the center of the revolution where special police gunned down protesters in February, there were mixed feelings but a general willingness to support Mr. Poroshenko, at least for now.
I didn't vote for Poroshenko, but I think Poroshenko's actions are correct enough for this moment, yes.
To stop this, we need the most radical solutions. They've killed how many of our people? Hundreds. And we should take them into consideration?
The revolution spawned a new generation of aspiring politicians, many supporting the president and others fairly gently criticizing some of his policies.
My name is Alona Shkrum. I'm one of the new politicians who is going to be probably in the parliament after the elections.
That optimistic view comes from a candidate from an opposition party who has been in politics for about a week, a lawyer who wants more transparency in the talks with the rebels and is concerned about the delay in implementing the EU agreement.
We are very much afraid that during those implementations we have heard already that there could be some changes, that there could be some amendments, maybe technical ones, maybe not.
The parliamentary election is set for next month. With the campaign getting underway, comparative politics professor Alexei Haran of the University of Kiev Mohyla Academy says President Poroshenko is being forced to play a diplomatic game rather than move decisively as many voters would want.
Well, finally on the program today, there's a new way to fight crime on the streets of Uganda. The Ghetto kids in the African country took to the stage at a concert in the capital, Kampala. The young dancers are all former street kids who found fame with their intricate dance moves.
Aged between 8 and 14 years old, their high-energy performances are winning fans across the East African nation. days, all their performances are packed, drawing hundreds of young fans.
Actually, the strokes they have, I can't even try it. They are way too good.
These those kids have got that talent. They really know how to rap, they know how to twist the hours. I think they'll make it in the future. They'll be great celebs of this nation. Yeah.
The Ghetto Kids' popularity has been growing since the post of this video on YouTube in January this year. The video, which sees them dancing to the song Sitia Lost by local musician Eddie Kenzo, now has over 5 million hits. The video has spawned a series of other fan videos from across the world.
From the story that we did, we learned that this is how some of them are not going to school, and now they are going to school just because of that video. Because that video has opened very many doors for them. The musician Eddie Kenzo has featured them on so many other in so many other videos of his, and then people are inviting them for more events, weddings, and I don't know, different functions, school functions, like children. So now a children's event is not a children's event if those children do not come and perform.
Alex Tempija is one of the principal dancers of the group. Most of the Ghetto Kids come from the impoverished neighborhoods like this. We met the 12-year-old performer at his home as he was finishing his chores.
My life was bad because I would go at the street and I start to beg, and if I don't get someone who gave me money and go to the rubbish and I start to check something for eating.
Alex's mother, Nakito Harriet, credits the change in her son's behavior to his joining the group Ghetto Kids. To perfect their moves, the kids practice nearly every day with their instructor and mentor, Dawuda Kavuma.
We are very happy, and we thank God for all what He has provided and for the way He has made us today and the coming future. Because I see now, day and night, the life are changing. Because at least now, everybody is recognizing those kids and me.
Formed in 2008, the group now has 20 members. Any money they make from their performances is used to buy costumes, pay for school fees, and also help support their families.
If I become a real superstar, I want to first help those people because they are like our fans. Then if we grow up, we can help them so that even then they get their needs as us.
Life is slowly changing for the Ghetto Kids. They hope their newfound popularity is not simply a fad, but through dance and music, they can build a future for themselves and their families.
And I thought I had dance moves, but I've been proven wrong. That's the world today. Thank you for watching. I'm Cynthia Are.